Hi everybody, Mitch here. Um, Ever heard of a payroll pirate? Well, until today I hadn't heard of one either, but apparently it's a real thing. Let me share what Microsoft is saying about it, and I'm going to try at a high level to kind of explain what Microsoft is saying here. So basically, this is a variation on the old attack vector where a hacker would go off and contact HR, for example, and say, "Hey, I'm a Joe employee and I need to go change my direct deposit information." Um, the problem with that is HR has gotten smarter to that, and they reach out to the employee using a different mechanism and say, "Do you really want to change your direct deposit information?" And the employee says, "No," and so that scheme doesn't work as well. So now what they're doing is the hackers are sending an email to the employee with something to get them to log on to the payroll site, whatever it is, change in the regulations or, we need you to authorize something, whatever it is that they do. They come up with some bogus story. They present a fake login page. Now they're in the middle of the conversation and they go back and forth. The user does the user thing and it goes through the hacker site to the real site. Ultimately, the user gets logged onto the real site. And so they don't really detect what's going on except for the fact that their payroll just got redirected to the hackers. And it looks like you, as the employee, did it because it came from your account with your password. Um, the There is a decent way to defend against this if your target site supports it. More are, and that's using some form of passwordless authentication, like a FIDO card or a passkey. And the reason why that works is because those things are tied at the very low detailed level to the actual URL that you're presenting the authentication to, and the hacker's URL won't match what's in FIDO. And what you'll get is it won't log you in. You'll think, why is it not logging you in? What you don't want to do at that point is you don't want to manually log yourself in because then you just killed yourself. What you want to do is look and see, oh, that's not really the right website address. So there is a way, but only if the website supports it, and more sites are supporting things like FIDO2 and Passkey, which I initially resisted, but I actually realized that it's a good thing, even though there's some learning curve there, and it's got a few challenges, but fundamentally it works pretty good. So that's what's going on. And if you want to avoid being the victim of a payroll pirate, there are some things that you can do, most of which involves you being more observant and slowing down and questioning what's going on. But losing your paycheck is a real problem. So I would say, sounds to me like a pretty good trade-off. Slow down a little bit or wind up on the wrong side of being a payroll pirate. Thanks for listening. Until next time, stay safe.